Welcome to the Allegheny Highlands Regional Library. If you give a librarian a book, if you give this librarian a book, we'll talk about Cinderella. Cinderella, of course, is a classic fairy tale. It's been retold many times over the thousands of years, and it's been written by several different writers. This Cinderella was written by an author named Barrie, and it was illustrated, or the pictures were drawn, by an illustrator named Julie Marks. Fairy tales always begin the same way. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had two ugly stepsisters who were very mean to her. They made Cinderella do all of the work. One day, the two ugly stepsisters were invited to the ball given at the royal palace by the prince. Cinderella really wished that she could go too, but of course she couldn't. Suddenly, like that, a fairy appeared. "I'm your fairy godmother," she told Cinderella, and she waved her magic wand. Cinderella's rags turned into a beautiful dress, and on her feet were sparkling glass slippers. The fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into an amazing coach, and she turned 4 mice into beautiful white horses. "Have fun," she said to Cinderella, "but be back here by midnight, or else." I will, cried Cinderella. Thank you. At the ball, everybody wondered who that beautiful princess was. The prince danced every dance with her. When the clock began to strike 12 midnight, Cinderella suddenly remembered her promise. "Oh no," she cried, and off she ran. She ran back to the coach. On her way down the steps, she lost one of her beautiful glass slippers. Suddenly, the coach and the horses disappeared, and there remaining was a pumpkin and 4 white mice. Cinderella's beautiful dress turned back into rags. The prince found the glass slipper, but he could not find Cinderella. Every girl in the kingdom tried on that glass slipper, but it did not fit not one single girl. The ugly stepsisters tried to fit into the slipper, but their feet were much too big. "Let this girl try it on," said the prince when he saw Cinderella. "But that's only Cinderella," cried the ugly stepsisters. "That slipper won't fit her." But it did. So the prince found his princess. And it has the traditional fairy tale ending, and they all lived happily ever after. Now we're going to do a craft for Cinderella. And if you would like to do this craft, we will have a link at the end for you to download the template. And this is the glass slipper. But these are modern times, and who wants a glass slipper when instead you could have one filled with jewels? So what I did was printed the template. This time I put it on cardstock, because if you put it on regular paper, it's a little flimsy. Put it on cardstock, and you just need jewels and glue. Now, I also have a glue stick, but I found out the glue stick does not work. It's not strong enough to hold. But this good old white school glue will hold just about anything, so you just put a dab on it, and you fit it on, and you just make it all fit. And of course you get glue on your fingers, but it's washable glue, so it's all fine. And at the end, you have a jeweled slipper. And you may also cut this out, but I found it a little easier to hold it by the edges instead of just the slipper. And it should be something for our little ones to enjoy for many days to come and entertain them. Thank you.